On March 8, 2014, in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, a massive Boeing 777, was preparing for a routine flight. With 239 passengers and crew, it was heading to Beijing. Then, 40 minutes into the flight, over the South China Sea, the pilot says, "Good night, Malaysian 370. It was the last transmission anyone ever heard. Seconds later, the transponder, the plane's digital identity, went dark, but the plane itself did not vanish. Military radar tracked it as it made a sharp, deliberate turn to the west and flew across the entire Malaysian peninsula. A commercial jet, carrying 239 people, flying across one of the most populated areas of the world, and no one stopped it tonight. We unsealed the greatest aviation mystery of the digital age." The plane's final path was erratic. It flew close to the pilot's hometown of Penang. It flew low. It was clearly being flown by someone with intimate knowledge of the plane and the territory. After the military radar lost the plane over the Andaman Sea, all official tracking stopped. But one piece of data remained: a satellite. The British satellite company, Inmarsat, received 7 handshakes or pings from the jet, proving the plane continued flying for 7 hours, straight south, into the vast, desolate Indian Ocean. The fuel calculation confirmed it. MH370 flew south until it ran out of fuel, crashing somewhere along the 7th arc, an area of ocean larger than the state of Texas. The largest, most expensive search operation in history began. They searched 120,000 square kilometers of the ocean floor. They found nothing. The official investigation immediately focused on one man, Captain Zahari Shah, the pilot. Was this a mass murder suicide? Investigators found that Captain Shah had run a very specific route on his home flight simulator, a route that closely mirrored MH370's final phantom flight path into the southern Indian Ocean. Furthermore, the planes turned to the west, near his hometown of Penang. Some speculated it was a final, intentional goodbye. Psychological profiles suggested the captain was isolated and possibly suffering from severe depression. It's the simplest, most tragic theory, that a brilliant pilot deliberately took the plane and 238 lives with him. But why the elaborate zigzag? Why fly for 7 hours? And why turn off the cabin's communication systems, but keep the transponder on for a few crucial seconds after the turn? Theory 2. The hijack. Could the plane have been taken over by a third party? To manually shut down the transponder and the ACARS system requires specialized knowledge. Knowledge that the pilot and first officer possessed, but also a skilled hijacker. The plane's cargo manifest contained highly flammable lithium-ion batteries. Could a fire have started, forcing the crew to divert, only to have the fire overwhelm the cockpit? Another theory: hypoxia, a slow, deliberate depressurization of the cabin. The passengers and crew would slowly lose consciousness, leaving the plane to fly on autopilot for hours until it ran out of fuel. This would explain why the military didn't get any response. The plane was a ghost flight, and it would explain the lack of any distress call. Years later, a piece of the plane's wing, a flaperon, washed up on Reunion Island, confirming the plane did crash into the Indian Ocean. But the main wreckage, the black boxes, the bodies, the proof, remains missing. How can a commercial jet, fitted with GPS, radar, and satellite communication, vanish completely in the year 2014? The truth is both terrifying and simple. Someone, or something, deliberately defeated every piece of modern technology and made 239 people disappear forever. The MH370 file is an eternal mystery of the digital age, and it remains unsealed. We post new investigations every single day. Subscribe to Dark Files Unsealed. The dark files are waiting.